Protocol Rourke lunged forward and snatched the sealed courier case from the incinerator chute. The Veyran attendant yelped, her iridescent scales flushing crimson. Envoy Rourke. That's royal refuse. Protocol forbids. Stand down. Cal held up his diplomatic seal, the Earth insignia glowing under the palace's dim lumen strips. Standard threat scan. Your queen's safety demands it. She hesitated, mandibles clicking. Then she backed away, eyes darting to the corridor's surveillance nodes. Cal's goal burned clear. Verify no classified leaks before disposal. Earth protocols drilled it into him. Observe. Catalog. He carried the case to his workstation alcove, a cramped nook off the envoy wing. His scanner hummed to life, blue light bathing the matte black container, seals intact. No biotraces, radiation nominal. But the weight felt off, heavier than standard waste. Cal wedged a micro-tool under the latch. It popped with a hiss of pressurized air. Inside nestled a single journal, bound in shimmering Veyran synth leather. No datapads, no shards, just analog pages. Forbidden in a palace wired for total surveillance, his pulse quickened. Royals didn't burn thoughts on paper unless they feared digital ghosts. Cal flipped it open. Entries scrawled in precise script, Elaran's hand. He'd recognized those looping glyphs from treaty signings. He scanned for threats. Troop movements, alliance fractures, Chancellor Soren's rumored power grabs. Page after page chronicled court minutiae, trade disputes, guard rotations, Captain Iria's latest drill logs. Then, midway through, his name leaped out. Cal Rourke arrives today. Human envoy, systems analyst. He moves with a dangerous calm, as if chaos bends to his gaze alone. No bluster, no demands, just observation. In council, he dismantled Soren's tariff proposal with 3 questions. 3. The Chancellor paled. I felt it too. Exposed. What sorcery lets a soft-skinned off-worlder unravel us so? Cal froze. His fingers tightened on the page. He lingers after sessions, tracing our lumen nodes with those steady eyes. Mapping weaknesses, or something else. My guards report no anomalies, yet Archivist now flags his queries on our logs. Trust him? The court whispers of my leniency. If Soren learns of this pull, dangerous calm. Pull. Heat crept up his neck. This wasn't analysis. This was confession. Elaran's private fracture, inked for eternity. Footsteps echoed from the corridor. Cal snapped the journal shut. He shoved it into his diplomatic kit, nestling it amid treaty hollows and code keys. The kit's earth locks engaged with a soft beep, biometric, uncrackable by Veyran tech. He straightened as Captain Iria Case rounded the corner. Her armored crest flared. Envoy. Her voice sliced like a vibroblade. The attendant reports interference. Explain. Cal met her gaze, calm as protocol, routine scan. Found an irregularity. He tapped his kit. Needs the Queen's eyes. Iria's compound eyes narrowed, scanning his posture. Veyran's prized rigid lines. Humans slouched into deception. He stood loose, hands open. Handed over. She extended a clawed gauntlet, diplomatic seal. Cal projected his credentials again. Chain of custody to Elaran only. Your protocols agree. She bristled, crest vibrating, conflict hung thick. Her loyalty to Queen versus suspicion of the alien guest. Finally, she keyed her comm. Chancellor Soren, prepare emergency audience. Human complication. Cal's mind raced. Soren, the power broker who controlled every access log, every rumor. If the Chancellor glimpsed this journal, Iria gestured him forward. Move. Her radiance waits. They strode through the palace veins, lumen strips pulsing like heartbeats. Guards saluted Iria, but their stares lingered on Cal. Whispers trailed. Human meddler. Queen's pet. Cal's goal shifted. Deliver the journal to Elaran alone. Expose whatever conspiracy hid in its pages before Soren twisted it into a coup lever. The throne chamber doors irised open. Queen Elaran Vey sat enthroned, her regal mantle cascading like liquid starlight. Scales of deepest indigo gleamed under the vaulted dome. Chancellor Soren flanked her left, polished robes hiding his calculating stare. Archivist Nall hovered at a console, stylus poised. Envoy Rourke. Elaran's voice resonated, calm authority masking the journal's turmoil. Captain Iria claims urgency. Speak. Cal stepped forward. Kit clutched tight. Iria loomed at his shoulder. Your Radiance, I intercepted a sealed case bound for incineration. Contents warrant your review. He placed the kit on the dais, locks disengaging with his thumbprint. Soren leaned in. Incineration, routine purge. Why intervene? Threat protocol. Cal's tone stayed even. Anomalies demand verification. Elaran's gaze flicked to the kit. Did recognition flash there? Her mandibles stilled. A tell, per Null's briefings. Open it, she commanded. Cal complied. The journal slid out, pristine. Silence crashed. Elaran's crest flattened. That is mine. Soren's eyes widened fractionally. Majesty, private logs are for the archivist alone. Null stiffened at his console. Not this one. No accession code. Cal watched them all, piecing reactions. Elaran's freeze, shock at exposure. Soren's poise cracking. Iria shifting, hand on her sidearm. You read it? Elaran fixed on Cal, voice low. What did you see? His throat tightened. Dangerous calm. Pull. Say too much, and the forbidden spark ignited a war. Say too little, and conspiracy festered. Enough to know it's no threat. Call met her eyes. But someone wanted it gone. Who sent it to burn? Soren smoothed his robes. Palace drones auto-sort. Error, surely. Iria growled. Iria growled. Envoy Rourke, you breach protocol. Hand over the journal. Cal held position. His fingers stayed on the case edge. Cameras gleamed overhead. Red lights pulsing in the atrium dome. Every word logged. Every glance archived. Not here. Cal's voice cut flat. Monitored. All of it. Soren's mandibles clicked. The Queen commands answers. Now, Elaran's crest quivered. She lifted one clawed hand. Silence dropped like a blade. Envoy speaks truth. Atrium eyes see too much. Cal slid the journal across the dais. Leather-bound, Veyran script etched deep. Incineration order. Sealed courier from archive wing. Time-stamped yesterday. No accession code. Nal's spines rattled at his console. He leaned forward, scanners whirring. Anomaly confirmed. No matching purge log. Iria's grip tightened on her sidearm. Courier? Name him. Drone dispatch. Cal kept eyes on Elaran, but the case bore Chancellor's seal overlay. Faint. Digital ghost. Soren recoiled. Preposterous. Forgery. Elaran's gaze bored into the Chancellor. Then she rose. Flowing robes hissed against stone. Shutters. Now. Servos whined. Metal panels slammed down from the dome rim. Atrium plunged into amber glow from wall sconces. No more sky view. No escape sightlines. White noise field, Elaran ordered. Her voice echoed once, then muffled. Null punched keys. A low hum filled the air. Static veil. Scrambling mics and lenses. Palace feeds went blind. Cal exhaled, burst barrier down. But suspects ringed him. Iria's stance screamed ready. Soren's poise hid claws. Null watched, like a predator scenting blood. Elaran snatched the journal. Claws flipped pages. Her mandibles parted, silent read, crest flattened fully. A Veyran flinch. Mine, she murmured. Coded private, pre-coronation thoughts. Cal nodded. Pages detail palace whispers. Alliances, betrayals. Your suspicions on inner council. Soren stepped forward. Majesty, this invades sanctity. Destroy it. Too late. Elaran's eyes locked on Cal. Heat there. Forbidden pull. Humans saw. What else? Enough. Cal tapped the incineration stamp. Someone feared exposure. Your words on shadow brokers in court. Humans as pawns in Veyra's games. Iria snarled. You read royal mind? Treason. Verification. Cal met her glare. Earth protocol. Anomalies get checked. Elaran closed the journal. Slam echoed under the hum. Captain Kij, detain the archive courier. Full sweep. Iria hesitated. Majesty. Now. Elaran's command cracked like thunder. Seal the wing. No one in or out. Iria saluted, spines erect. She'd barked into her comm. Boots thudded as guards mobilized beyond the shutters. Nal rose. My logs, Majesty. I noted no purge request. Check deeper. Elaran thrust the journal at him. Cross-reference every entry. Find the ghost seal origin. Soren bowed low. I oversee logistics. Allow me. No. Elaran cut him off. You stand relieved. Until cleared. Chancellor's robes trembled. He backed away. As you decree. Cal tracked every shift. Oren's eyes darted. Calculating escape? Noel's claws itched for data streams. Iria's loyalty held, but scrutiny burned on Cal. Why trust the human? Iria demanded. Comms still lived to her squad. He intercepts sealed goods. Elaran turned to Cal. Her scent sharpened. Pheromones thick. Alien spice cutting the hum. Because he acts, without demand. Cal felt the weight. Her gaze lingered. Journal hid more than politics. Stolen glances. His name in margins. Affection scripted in code. Earth trains us systematic. Cal said, observe. Isolate variables. You document. We analyze. Null hummed approval. Human method. Efficient. Veyron's archives drown in ritual. Soren straightened. Majesty, reconsider. Off-worlder meddles in sovereign. Silence. Elaran silenced him with a claw. He saved my voice from ash. Guards burst through side vents. Iria directed them. Archive wing lockdown. Courier in custody. A pause. Her comm crackled. Report. Courier dead. Poison capsule. No data trail. Cal's jaw set. Escalation. Conspiracy breathed. Elaran paced. Claws scraped stone. Shadow brokers move fast. Cal leaned in. Journal names suspects. Council fringes. Your Chancellor's allies. Soren hissed. Lies. Fabricated. Test it. Cal pulled his kit scanner. Biometrics on the seal. Human tech reads residue. Null inserted the stamp fragment. Screen flickered. Match. Soren's claw print overlay. Faint, but irrefutable. Chancellor's crest collapsed. Error. Tampered. Iria cuffed him. Restraints clicked. To cells. Majesty. Soren struggled. This human poisons you. Forbidden bond. Elaran's claw slashed air. Silence. Cal watched her, trust forged in crisis. But her eyes held warning. She dismissed the room with a gesture. Guards hauled Soren. Null retreated to consoles. Iria posted at the door, alone with Cal. Elaran dropped the field hum partial. Shutters stayed sealed. You read deeper. Her voice softened. Mandibles brushed his sleeve. Intimate Veyron touch. Procedure. Cal held steady. Heart raced. Your entries. Personal. She nodded. Crest rose slow. Dangerous. Court watches us. Cal glanced at lingering cams, blinded. But palace walls had ears. Who else? He pressed. Journal hints at coup. Elaran gripped his arm. Claws pricked, not breaking skin. Not here. Trust me. He nodded. Collaboration. Elaran pressed a claw to the chamber's inner seal. A soft chime confirmed privacy lockdown. She turned to Cal, mandibles parting in a rare unguarded quiver. Cal. Her voice dropped to a resonant murmur. This pull between us, it's no mere alliance. I ache for your touch amid the stars' cold gaze. Forbidden, yes, but real. Her crest flared briefly, iridescent scales catching the dim glow. Cal's pulse quickened. He cupped her claw tip steady. Veyron intimacy demanded reciprocity. Procedure first, he said. Then us. She nodded, claws retracting. Elaran activated her personal archive link. Holotext bloomed in the air between them. Her private journal, entries glowing in Veyron script. Entry 47. Cycle 12. She read aloud, voice stealing. Human envoy Cal Rourke arrives. Whispers label him prophecy-grade destabilizer. Ancient Vera lore, off-worlder with iron mind shatters thrones. Rumor vectors from outer council. Tells inner circle pushes it. Destabilizes my rule if bond exposed. Cal leaned forward. Prophecy grade. Palace myth, weaponized against him, against her. Show spread vectors, he said. Timestamps. Staff logs. Elaran hesitated. Her crest dipped. Archive access stayed locked to royals. Even her guests needed decree. Risky. She glanced at blinded cams. But you proved with Soren's print. Trust forged. She keyed override, data streams cascaded. Delivery chits, shift rotations, rumor pings logged in PalaceNet. Cal pulled his portable analyzer from his kit. Human tech. Compact, relentless. He synced it to her holo. Fingers flew across the interface. Timestamps first. Rumor hit outer servant cycle 10, post Cal's landing. Servitor A delivered meal trays to Council Wing, logged 417. Servitor B echoed it in barracks by 542. Cross-reference shifts. Guard rotations overlapped at Chancellor's antechamber. He traced lines. Red threads snaked across the map. Every branch looped back. Here. Cal highlighted the nexus. Chancellor Tell's office. Only node touching every copy trail. Servitors refuel there pre-shift. Logs show unsigned data bursts. His terminal alone. Elaran's mandibles clicked sharp. Soren's arrest cracked the shell. But this, deeper rot. Cal nodded. Patterns didn't lie. Human analysts thrived on them. Aliens favored instinct. Lore. Together. Lethal. Not just Soren, he said. Tell orchestrated pre-coup. Fed the prophecy lie to fringe council. Your bond with me? Perfect spark for war. She paced once, claws scraping faint on stone. Palace stone, etched with the millennium's secrets. Archives hold full trails, she said. Nal guards them. I assign you temporary authority. Level 3 query only. Her claw extended. Cal clasped it. Royal binding right. Skin to scale. By decree, Elaran intoned. Cal Rourke of Earth binds to Vera secrecy. Breach forfeits life. Grant accepted? Accepted. His grip tightened. Her warmth seeped through. Hollow seal flashed green. Authority synced to his analyzer. Elaran released him. Her gaze lingered. Love's edge sharpening resolve. Go. Map it all. I summon Iria for escort. Cal pocketed the device. Door hissed open. Captain Iria waited outside. Scrutiny hard as ever. Envy? Iria's crest twitched. Human in archives? By decree. Elaran waved dismissal. Protect him. Iria fell in step as Cal strode corridors. Palace hummed. Servitors darted, guards stiffened at his pass. Whispers trailed. Destabilizer. Prophecy. Archives loomed at core level. Vast chamber. Walls lined crystal vaults pulsing with stored cycles. Nal hunched at central console. Multi-limbs sorting data shards. Human. Nal's voice buzzed. Queen's writ. Cal flashed the hollow seal. Temporary. Rumor mapping. Prophecy destabilizer vectors. Nal's facets gleamed. Curiosity overriding protocol. Anomalies noted. Follow. They delved aisles. Cal jacked his analyzer into a query node. Data flooded. Full staff manifests, chit histories, net pings. Timestamps refined. Servitor A's tray delivery? Loaded from Tell's outer desk. Unsigned chit, but residue scan matched Chancellor's ink alloy. Shift log B. Guard rotation paused 2.3 minutes at Tell's door. Ping burst followed. Cal overlaid PalaceNet. Every rumor fork radiated from one terminal. Chancellor Soren Tell's private console. No outliers. But one anomaly blinked. Final ping cycle 13, post-arrest. From Tell's office still. Active. Impossible. Nal peered over. Soren cuffed hours prior. Cal cross-checked. Backup access code. Buried in logs. Secondary user. Masked as Tell. Ghost login. Cal muttered. Someone inside. He pulled delivery manifests. Poison capsule courier. Same vector. Chit originated Tell's wing. Nal stiffened. Queen must know. Cal severed link. Analyzer chirped. Trace complete. Forensic timeline locked. Tell as hub. Ghost as blade. Iria's comm buzzed. Envoy. Majesty summons. Urgent. Cal pocketed data. Corridors blurred under stride. Elaran waited in sealed chamber. Journal open. Her crest rose at his approach. Truth? She demanded. Timeline. He projected the holomap. Threads converged on Tell's office. Ghost ping pulsed red. Elaran's claws flexed. Betrayal branches. Cal met her gaze. Your love confession? Timed it perfect. Rumor peaked when whispers of us hit council. They planned to ignite it. She stepped close. Mandibles grazed his jaw. Claim and promise. Weaponized trust. Expose the ghost before Coob ignites. Alarms wailed distant. Palace stirred. Iria burst in. Intruders. Outer wing. Tel's cells breached. Cal gripped his analyzer. Conspiracy uncoiled. War's fuse lit. Cal gripped his analyzer as Iria's boots skidded to a halt. Cells breached. Tel's guards down. No sign of the Chancellor. Elaran's mandibles clicked sharp. Seal the wing. Envoy. Your plan. Alarms throbbed through the chamber walls. Cal nodded once. Now. He tapped his comb. The archivist's voice crackled back from the registry vault. Here, Envoy. Logs open. Cal projected the holomap mid-air. Threads pulsed from Tel's console. Audit the journal registry. Cross-reference accession codes against the ghost pings. Nal's feed flickered live. Ancient tomes glowed under his scanner lights. Veyron script etched in bioluminescent ink. 3 codes missing. 47B, 92K, 118M. Pulled post-arrest. Flagged them. Cal traced a line on his analyzer. Poison manifests matched those slots. Someone's laundering secrets through the journals. Elaran leaned in, her crest flattening against iridescent scales. Her claw brushed his wrist. Brief, electric. Cal ignored the spark. Focus, decoy time. He pulled a fresh journal from his kit. Earth-forged synth paper mimicking Veyron weave, dipped his stylus in traceable ink microthreads, invisible under standard scans. Human tech, quantum tagged, bloomed under UV pulse, he scrawled. Elaran Vey yields throne to human consort. Proof in sealed Vault 7. Strike at dawn. Elaran's eyes widened. Multifaceted jewels catching the hollow glow. Risky bait. Perfect bait. Cal sealed it, stamped a forged accession code 119N. Nal, slotted in. Low security rack. Affirm. Nal's claws clicked. Journal vanished into the registry stacks. Iria crossed her arms. Armored plates shifting. My move. Routine transfer. Vault to archive overflow. Bait the leaker. Cal synced his tracker. Green light. Iria spun out, barking orders into her comm. Palace corridors hummed with feigned normalcy. Guards wheeled dummy crates past the vault. The decoy journal nestled inside one, tagged and waiting. Cal paced the chamber. Elaran watched him, silent. Her tail coiled near his boot. Trust's quiet anchor. Minutes ticked. Tracker pinged. Moving. Cal's screen lit. Microthreads activated. Decoy rolled toward archive overflow, then veered. Off script. East wing. Iria's voice cut in. Intercepted shadow. No visuals. Pursue? Hold. Cal bolted for the door. Track only. I follow. Elaran rose. I come. He met her gaze. Surveillance eyes everywhere. You stay, Queen. Her mandibles parted. Protest died unspoken. She nodded. Cal sprinted corridors. Analyzer strapped to his forearm. Boots echoed on polished stone. Alien guards saluted crisp, their loyalty etched in rigid postures. Human stride ate distance faster than Veyron's slink. Tracker led to Chancellor's corridor. Dim lamps flickered. Cal hugged shadows, breath steady. Ping sharpened. Relay node. Hidden behind an access panel. He crouched. Panel hummed. Data port active. Decoy signal beamed out. Cal slapped a nanorecorder flush. Hit capture. Footsteps hissed. Cal flattened against the wall. A figure glided past. Cloaked. No crest visible. Claws pried the panel. Ghost yanked the relay chip. Pocketed it. Cal lunged. Tackled low. Cloak tore free. Null gasped beneath him, spectacles askew. Envoy. You. Cal pinned the archivist's arms. Recorder word. Logging every rasp. Ghost login. Missing codes. Poison chit. Null's tendrils writhed. Tell forced. Lies. Cal zip-tied wrists with mag cuffs. Your pings post-arrest. Backup code yours. Alarms spiked anew. Iria rounded the corner. Stunner raised. Secure. Null slumped. Council promised power. Your union. Scandal to topple her. Elaran strode up, flanked by guards. Her presence filled the corridor. Truth spills. Cal stood. Analyzer data streaming to her console. Relays fried, but threads traced to Tel's safe. Coup blueprint inside. Iria hauled Nal up. Cells. Real ones. Elaran turned to Cal, claw cupped his chin, mandibles grazing skin. You saw. Planned. Trusted.
He flushed his neck.
Procedure. But her touch lingered, Bond's quiet fire. Distant blasts rocked the palace. Iria's calm exploded. Outer breach confirmed. Mercs inbound. Tell signal. Rallying exiles. Cal checked his analyzer. Warships blipped on orbital scan. Vera fleet scrambled. Ghost was blade, Tel's the hand. Elaran drew her scepter. To the throne room. Expose now. Or burn. Cal matched her stride. Trust forged in ink and shadows. Conspiracy cracked wide. But Tel's voice boomed palace-wide. Queen consorts with aliens. Proof stolen. Rebellion rises. Holoscreens flared. Cal's decoy text burned across every terminal. Bait turned trap. Crowds surged. War ignited. Cal slammed open the Chancellor's antechamber door. Holoscreens flickered with Tel's broadcast looping. His face stern, decoy messages branding him the Queen's lover. Guards froze mid-step. Chancellor Sorentel spun from his console, robes swirling. Envoy Rourke. Tel's mandibles clicked smooth. Perfect timing. The palace knows your treason. Cal thrust his analyzer forward. Relay data pulsed red. Ghost pings, traced to this room. Recipient identity. Now. Your safe holds the coup blueprint. Tel's eyes narrowed. He tapped a hidden panel, bold. But footage shows you planting the relay. Earth saboteur. Alarms wailed. Bulkheads, sealed with hydraulic hisses. Lockdown. Red lights bathed the chamber. Cal's mag cuff keys buzzed useless in his pocket. Nal's confession bought him no time.
You framed me.
Cal lunged for the console. Tel sidestepped, summoning guards via wrist comb. Seized the human. Tel barked. He's breached secure relays. Warships inbound on his signal. Guards charged. Cal dodged a stun prod. Analyzer clamped in his fist. He swept a chair into one's legs. The alien tumbled, chitin cracking. Second guard grabbed his arm. Cal twisted, elbow to throat plate, gasped release. Tel retreated behind his desk. Safe hissed open, datapod glowing inside. Cal vaulted the desk, fingers snatched it. Blueprint schematics flared. Palace schematics marked for breach, exile fleets plotted. Delete that. Tel drew a concealed blade, iridescent edge humming. Cal backed toward the service grate. Too late, Elaran's seen the threads. Palace-wide announcement boomed. Elaran's voice, steel-edged. Envoy Cal Rurik is declared traitor. Arrest on site, lethal force authorized. Cal froze, her words echoed betrayal. Guards hesitated, then advanced. Tel smirked, even she sees your poison. Lie, cover. Seconds bought, call, pried the grate. Dropped into darkness, ducts hummed with vent fans. He crawled. Analyzer strapped to chest, blueprint data streamed to his secure link. Earth protocols held against Veyron jammers. Boots thundered above. Human invents! Flush him! Stun bolts sparked through grates. Cal rolled, knees scraping alloy. Air thick with ozone. He punched coordinates into his wrist unit. Service map overlaid. Throne room access, 2 levels down. Elaran's order replayed in his earpiece. Public play, trust her, or die framed. Ducks branched. He veered left, heat vents scorched his sleeves. Sweat stung eyes. Behind claws scraped metal. Iria's voice barked orders. Captain Kesh to vents. Relay signature priority. Cal reached a junction. Grate overlooked kitchens. Servitors scattered as he dropped. Pots clattered. He sprinted for the outer ducts. Analyzer beeping. Signature. Isolated. Kesh's comm freak locked.
Captain, Cal transmitted mid-stride.
Data burst. Relay recipient matched Tel's exile contacts. Proof, not ghost. Chancellor's hand. Static crackled. Rourke? Queen's arrest. Cover. Check Tel's safe, now. Pursuit closed. Kitchen doors sealed. Cal blasted a maintenance hatch. Cool night air hit. Palace perimeter. Warship contrails scarred the sky. Vera fighters scrambled, lasers flashing. He dashed for shadow cover. Analyzer vibrated. Incoming from Elaran. Private channel. Ducts clear? Affirm. his breath ragged. Your order sold it. Tell watches all. Her tone warmed a fraction. Throne room. Expose with me. Risk. Bond. He keyed affirmative. Footsteps pounded. Guards spilled from hatches. Cal bolted for the undercroft ladder, climbed fast, muscles burning. Crested into throne antechamber, empty. Hollow throne glowed ahead. Elaran waited alone, scepter in grip. Her crest flared blue. Relief, guards absent. Data? He slotted the datapad. Projections bloomed. Tells plots. Null's pings. Exile rallies. She nodded. Claw brushed his hand, deliberate. You trusted procedure. I trusted you. Heat rose. Forbidden spark. Mutual. Doors burst. Tell stormed in. Iria at his flank. Captain Stunner trained on Cal. Arrest confirmed. Elaran raised her scepter. Stand down, Captain. View the proof. Tell's facade cracked. My queen. Silence. Elaran activated the hollow. Blueprint engulfed the room. Exile signatures matched his comm logs. Iria's eyes widened. She pivoted. Stunner. Chancellor. Hands. Tell bolted for the exit. Cal tackled him mid-stride. They crashed into tapestries. Blade flashed. Grazed Cal's arm. Blood welled hot. Elaran lunged. Scepter cracked Tell's wrist. Blade skittered. Iria cuffed him. Relay was yours. Cal pinned Tell's shoulders. Null sang. Exiles inbound. Tell spat. Union dooms you. Human taint. Elaran's mandibles grazed Cal's ear. Close. Protective. My choice. Iria hauled Tell away. Cells. Interrogation. Palace shook. Explosions rattled walls, mercs breaching outer gates. Elaran gripped Cal's uninjured arm. Broadcast now. Rally the court. He synced analyzer to throne console. Data flooded palace nets. Tell's face replaced the decoy lies. Traitor exposed. Crowds hushed on lower screens. Cheers erupted, but orbital alerts screamed. Warship locked on palace. Exile lead ship demands surrender. Queen's head, or glass the capital. Elaran's crest dimmed. Tell's final play. Cal scanned signatures. Earth relay pinged back. Backup fleet en route, not alone. Her claw tightened, trust sealed. War loomed. Cal crouched in the unlit maintenance chapel. Vents hummed overhead. He clutched the real journal. Nal's anomaly-riddled prize. Footsteps echoed. Queen Elaran emerged from shadows, her crest flickering faint by a loom. Envoy Rourke. Her voice sliced the dark. Mandibles clicked soft. You risk execution. Cal extended the journal. Leather-bound, etched with Veyron script. Tell swapped it. Fakes and archives. This proves exile pacts. She snatched it. Claws traced pages. Hollow projections bloomed. Chancellor sigils on traitor contracts. Her crest flared green. Trust sparked in her multifaceted eyes. Why return it now? She stepped closer. Heat radiated from her exoskeletal frame. Cal met her gaze. You documented everything. I analyze. Together, we end him. Elaran hesitated. Palace cams watched every hall. Their meetings? Forbidden. Human taint, courtiers whispered. She pressed a claw to his palm. Packed? He nodded. She unclasped a neural band from her scepter. Throne network keys. Direct access. No intermediaries. Cal synced his analyzer. Data streams flooded his wrist unit. Palace grids. Security nets. Orbital relays. All hers. Done. Her mandibles brushed his knuckles. Affection hidden in the graze. Betray me, human. And Veyra burns you first. Never. Cal's pulse raced. Not bravado. Procedure. Alarms pinged his feed. Motion in sublevels. Tell's strike team. 10 shadows armed with plasma lances. Snaked toward throne dais. Cal tapped overrides. Security feeds rerouted. Live hollow burst across palace corridors. Shooter's path exposed. Sigils tracing to Chancellor's vault. Elaran gripped his shoulder. Broadcast to guards. Affirmative. He pushed the signal. Captain Kesh's comm crackled open. Intruders confirmed. Intercept. Corridors lit with stunner fire. Kesh's squad pinned the shooters mid-stride. Lances clattered. Cuffs snapped. Keisha's voice boomed palace-wide. Chancellor Tell, surrender. Your team's routed. Tell stormed into the Grand Hall. Robes askew. Faceplates flushed violet. Courtiers parted. Lies. Human sabotage. Elaran swept in beside Cal. Scepter raised. Her claw locked on his arm. Public claim. Gasps rippled. Proof plays now. Cal activated throne console. Feeds looped. Tells shooters journal sigils, exile warship locks. Tells mandibles ground. Queen. The Union. Traitor. Elaran thrust the neural band at Cal. Kingdom's keys gleamed in his grip. Full access. Her crest pulsed blue. Vulnerable trust. Tell lunged. Iria materialized at Cal's flank. Stunner trained. Arrest confirmed. Elaran raised her scepter. Stand down, Captain. View the proof. Tell's facade cracked. My queen. Silence. Elaran activated the holo. Blueprint engulfed the room. Exile signatures matched his comm logs. Iria's eyes widened. She pivoted. Stunner. Chancellor. Hands. Tell bolted for the exit. Cal tackled him mid-stride. They crashed into tapestries. Blade flashed, grazed Cal's arm. Blood welled hot. Elaran lunged. Scepter cracked Tell's wrist. Blade skittered. Iria cuffed him. Relay was yours. Cal pinned Tell's shoulders. Nal sang, Exiles inbound. Tell spat. Union dooms you. Human taint. Elaran's mandibles grazed Cal's ear. Close. Protective. My choice. Iria hauled Tell away. Cells. Interrogation. Palace shook. Explosions rattled walls. Mercs breaching outer gates. Elaran gripped Cal's uninjured arm. Broadcast now. Rally the court. He synced analyzer to throne console. Data flooded palace nets. Tell's face replaced decoy lies. Traitor exposed. Crowds hushed on lower screens. Cheers erupted. Orbital alerts screamed. Warship locked on palace. Exile-led ship demands surrender. Queen's head, or glass the capital. Elaran's crest dimmed. Tell's final play. Cal scanned signatures. Earth relay pinged back. Backup fleet en route. Not alone. Her claw tightened. She leaned in, breath warm on his neck. Keys stay with you. Command the nets. Cal interfaced deeper. Veyron shields hummed to life, synced with human algorithms. Alien precision met Earth adaptability. Feeds showed Kesha's guards sealing breaches. But the warship fired warning lances. Ground quaked. Courtiers screamed. Elaran pulled him toward the dais. Address them, together. Cal patched to orbital comms. Exile vessel. This is Envoy Rourke. Stand down. Chancellor's coup fails. Earth fleet inbound. 30 minutes. Static hissed. Exile commander snarled. Human puppet. Queen falls. Elaran's voice overlaid. Steel calm. Thera stands. With him. Shields flared brighter. Cal rerouted power. Human efficiency patching alien flaws. Merc dropship scattered under defensive fire. Her crest brightened. Claw lingered on his bloodied arm. You wield my trust like a blade. He pressed the keys back into her palm. We wield it together. Explosions faded. Cheers swelled. But a new ping, hidden relay in Tell's cells. Backup signal to exiles. Elaran tensed. He plays on. Cal grinned faint. Then we cut it. She nodded. Mandibles clicked approval. Bond forged in fire. Love amid powers crash. Surveillance cams whirred above. Witnesses to the forbidden. War loomed closer. Trust their weapon. But one slip, and betrayal waited. Queen Elaran slammed her claw on the dais amplifier. High Court of Veyra convenes. All rise. Courtiers scrambled to their feet. Crests flickered in the vaulted chamber. Captain Kesh flanked the sealed doors, her guard's armor humming with charged fields. Chancellor Tell stood chained at the chamber's center, mandibles clamped shut. Archivist Now clutched a data slate nearby, eyes darting to anomalies only she tracked. Elaran locked eyes with Tell. You intercepted my private orders to the fleet warden. Transmit them now for the record. Tell's crest dimmed. A hollow projector flickered to life above him. Words scrolled in Veyron script. Divert shields to palace core. Exile forces inbound. Execute Envoy Rourke on site. Gasps rippled through the court. Elaran let the silence stretch. Her claw tapped the slate. Logged. Witnessed. Your treason documented. Tel strained against his bonds. Majesty. Fabrications. Silence. Elaran nodded to Cal at her side. The human envoy's fingers danced over his wrist interface. No bravado, just procedure. A new holo bloomed. Grainy feeds from Tel's cells played, hidden relay pulsing signals to the exile warship. Cal's voice overlaid. Calm. Relay capture complete. Traced to Chancellor's access codes. It baited the Queen's journal. Drew her into the trap. Courtiers leaned forward. The feed zoomed. Journal pings routed through the relay, luring Elaran to the vulnerable wing. Tel's own signature stamped each packet. Kaish stepped forward, crest rigid. Captain's log confirms. Guards sealed breaches on my order, after the human patched our nets. Elaran watched Tel's mandibles twitch, proof stacked like unyielding stone. Nal nodded faintly, her slate beeping confirmation. Conspiracy exposed. Elaran raised her voice. Chancellor Soren Tel, you spared no protocol, but I spare you, for now. Interrogation begins at dawn. Captain Kaish, secure him. Guards hauled Tel away. He shot Cal a venomous glare. Elaran felt the human tense beside her, but he stayed still. Steady. Court murmurs swelled. Elaran silenced them with a claw. One more decree. Archivist Nahal, you noted the journal anomalies first. Step forward. Nahal approached, slate trembling slightly. Majesty, you oversee all palace archives henceforth? Independent, no chancellor access. Report solely to me. Nahal's crest brightened. Honored. Majesty, I serve. Elaran pulled the Queen's journal from her sash. Its crystal cover gleamed under surveillance cams. Every eye fixed on it. The secret tome. Now their weapon. She activated it. Polo pen flared. Courtiers held breath as she inscribed, voice projecting each word. Entry sealed. On this cycle, amid Ku's ashes, I name Envoy Cal Rourke of Earth as my chosen ally. He wields trust where others wield blades. Vera endures through this bond. Let all surveillance witness. The journal hummed. Seal locked with a chime. Holotext burned into the chamber air. Archived forever. Cal's eyes widened fractionally. Elaran met his gaze. Her claw brushed his arm. Public, defiant, forbidden no more. Cheers erupted. Crests flared in waves. Kesh saluted sharply. Nal bowed, slate already logging. But Elaran caught a flicker. A courtier's crest dimmed oddly. One unanswered ping in the feeds. Cal leaned close. Shields hold, but eyes everywhere. She nodded. Mandibles clicked soft approval. Trust forged public. Power collided with love. War averted, for now. Yet surveillance cams whirred louder. Allies watched. Enemies hid. The journal's light pulsed once more. History rewritten. Human etched eternal. Elaran gripped Cal's hand. Openly. Together we cut deeper. He squeezed back. Human strength. Quiet. Protocol demands it. Court dispersed under Kaish's watch. Nal trailed, auditing logs, but Elaran lingered on the dais. Cal stayed at her side. A new alert pinged her implant. Exile remnants rallying. Tel's interrogation might yield more. She turned to him. Your algorithms saved us. What now? Cal interfaced his wrist unit. Traced the flicker. Human pattern recognition on Veyron nets. Alien precision met Earth adaptability. Again, her crest warmed. Claw lingered. Surveillance captured it all. But trust, their blade. Kaish approached. Majesty, cells secure. Nal verifies no more relays. Good. Elaran dismissed her with a nod. Alone with Cal, she unsealed the journal privately. One more line. For her eyes. He sees what I hide. Love amid the logs. She snapped it shut. War loomed. Conspiracy's roots deeper. Cal grinned faint. Court bought it? They must. Elaran pulled him toward private chambers. Guards parted. You wielded the proof. Now, wield me. His hand tightened. Forbidden bond. Now legend. But a shadow cam blinked red. One unseen watcher remained. Elaran tensed. We end this. Cal nodded. Together, the palace. Hummed. Trust, their weapon. Betrayal's echo waited.